Hey, everybody. Hello. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Stand by as we get ready to go live everywhere. We're everywhere. You can't get away from us. All right, let's see here. I think we're good to go. And away we are. Okay, here we are. Hi, how are you? Hope that you're having a great evening. Hope that your week is off to a great start so far. Thanks so much to everybody who hung out with us last night. We had a lot of fun for Cyber Monday, but tonight we're going to still bring you some great deals, show you some great items, and focus some of our best selling items, customer favorites, customer top rated items that make great gifts. And that is going to include everything from the beautiful dishes that we carry from Grit and Grace to a lot of our jewelry collections, a wonderful brand new set from Soap Rocks, a special offer with any Soap Rocks purchase, a reminder about my grandma's coffee cakes. I have new things from Danny Neufeld jewelry to show you. We have Epiphany glass. We have beautiful jewelry from Satya and Michael Michaud. So we've got a lot to show you. We're going to be busy here tonight. So I hope if you still have some names on that gift list, look at them real quickly. Start to think about, all right, what am I going to get my sister-in-law? What am I going to get my bestie? What am I going to get my granddaughter? What am I going to get my daughter? I need one more thing for my sister-in-law. Whatever you might need, I think we can cross some of those names off your list. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. So hi to everybody who's jumping in. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Great to have you here. Thanks for being here. So glad that you're all here. Thank you, Cappy and Debbie and Jan and Mariana and Mary and Rosalie and Jane and David and Pam and Sandy. Hi, everybody. I saw somebody ask about my mom. If you weren't with us last night, what I explained was my mom took a fall over the weekend. Ugh. And she broke her kneecap, and they did x-rays of her knee and her hand because she fell on her hand. It was all just puffy bruised. I thought maybe she broke something, but she didn't, thank goodness. So that's actually healing well. But they also did an x-ray of her pelvis to make sure that there wasn't anything going on there. And when we went to the orthopedist yesterday, he did not like what he saw on the x-ray around her hip. And so we're going to get an MRI on that. But in the meantime, he does not want my mom putting any weight whatsoever on that right leg moving around in case it is a hip fracture. So she has an immobilizer on her left leg because she cannot bend that knee in order for that fractured kneecap to heal. It has a fracture kind of straight across it. Well, let's go into a little anatomy and physiology here. So you've got your quad up here, right? Attaching to your knee. And then you have the tendons that are down here. And then every time you bend your knee, what's happening? Well, this is pulling and this is pulling on that kneecap. And we don't want it to pull on the kneecap because we want that bone to hopefully fuse back together. So she's got an immobilizer on her left leg. She can't walk around or move around her apartment. So it's been a lot. I slept on her couch last night. I was there all day today because, frankly, if she has to get up and go to the bathroom or she needs to go do anything, I need to help lift her into a wheelchair, get her into the restroom, do whatever, do her business. I'm sure she's just thrilled that I'm sharing this with America. And then, help get her back up into the chair and then get her back over into the bed. So it's been a lot. Luckily my mommy is tiny, so lifting her up and helping her up is not a problem. I mean, she's 110 pounds soaking wet, so that's not an issue. It's just, it's a lot. And I was laughing last night saying that for all of the time and effort and research that we did into moving her into this retirement community, and it's independent living, so she has her own apartment. It's a lovely place, and we bought her some new furniture when she moved in. Why did I not get a sleeper sofa? Or at least get an oversized puffy chair that could fold out to a twin bed? Like, what? Why, Jill? You know better. And it's funny because I think we'd even talked about it at one point. She's like, you know what? If my brothers come, they're not going to sleep there. We'll get them one of the rooms and that they rent out, or they'll stay with you at your house. No problem. didn't even think about the fact, well, gosh, if something happens and you need somebody to stay with you, a sofa sleeper would be much more comfortable than the couch. But we're making it work. We're hanging in there. I was looking at myself earlier and I was like, oh boy, I look a little tired. But, hey, I'm not the first person, nor will I be the last person that goes through this. Many of you, I'm sure, have also gone through this with parents and loved ones. It's what we do. I do feel at times I'm a bit of the middle of the sandwich in my life, right? So I have the kids on one side. I just sent, one side of my sandwich back to college on Sunday. And now I'm dealing with the other side of my sandwich with my mom. The puppies are sprinkled in there somewhere. And if you were here last night, I'll say this again. It's, I never, as an only child, really wondered or wanted brothers and sisters just because I had tons of friends and it just wasn't a thing for me. But the older that I get, when things like this come up, these are the moments where, you wish you had a sibling to sort of lean on. Because it's nobody else's mom, right? Doug is wonderful, but it's his mother-in-law. The kids are great, but it's their grandma. Like it's not their mom. So being an only child in these situations can be a little stressful, not gonna lie. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna make it through and it'll be fine. So our next step is just to find out, what the MRI says. We're trying to get that scheduled. Nothing's easy, right? But hopefully we'll get that scheduled tomorrow. And as soon as we really understand, is there a fracture in the hip or not? Then we'll take our next steps and figure it all out. So anyway, send some prayers, some good vibes, some positive healing light my mom's way. We could use it. The good news is she's a really good patient, except for my mom has a thing about her hair. She loves it when her hair looks good, and she's supposed to have a haircut tomorrow, and she's really miffed that she's going to miss her haircut tomorrow. So I texted Kylie today, and I'm like, yeah, she's feeling fine because she's complaining about the haircut. So all's good. She's very particular about her hair. Always has been. My whole life. I can remember as a kid, like my whole life. It's all about the hair. So I didn't have the heart to tell her today that her hair was sticking up a little bit in the back. But we'll get her. I think we'll wash her hair and I'll help her with the shower and everything tomorrow. And she'll feel much better. I think that always makes everybody feel better. So anyway, that's what's been going on in my world. That was a lot to share with all of you, but I think that's what we do here, and I like to do that more than anything because there may be some of you who are dealing with the same things, and you're not alone, and it's okay to be overwhelmed. I am. It's okay if you need a stress cry. I've done that too. So like you just you just have to take a deep breath. And here's where we are. I was saying my mom was a good patient. She's a great patient. Like I was able to get her in the wheelchair and at least get her to her little like eating kitchen table, and we propped some pillows underneath so her leg could stay straight. And she ate fine, and she'll always eat more if I'm giving her stuff. So I wandered today, and where she lives, there's like 6 different restaurants and little cafes and like all the things. So I wandered down and got myself something to eat. It gave me a chance just to walk around and move my legs. And I brought back 2 pieces of carrot cake. So we enjoyed sitting together and laughing and having some carrot cake together. You know me, if there's sweet involved, I'm getting it. I did get it from her. Yes, she does have a sweet tooth. She was telling me, she's like, did you happen to see that big chocolate bar with almonds that's in the refrigerator? I'm like, I did see that. She's like, she's like, I made a mistake and wandered down that candy aisle. And the next thing I knew, it was in my cart. But what's funny is like a candy bar this big, that'll last my mom for 2 months. Like she has one little square. And then she'll be like, I really need to watch what I'm eating. Anyway, okay, enough from the chronicles of Jill and Karen. Let's get back down to business. Thanks so much for all of your nice comments. I wanted to like read some of them, so you're all so sweet. Louise was saying, can they go to her for the cut? I don't know. I've got to figure that's good. That I'll figure all of that out. Thanks for all of the prayers. Thank you so much. It will all work out. I know. Some Mariana said my mom loved her sweets as well. Thank you so much, everybody. I knew I could count on you. So thank you for putting that good energy into the universe for us. I'll drink it all in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Okay, so gift shopping. How are you doing with all of that? Still some names on your list, still trying to figure out what to get people, maybe getting last minute invitations to some get-togethers, maybe you need things for the, book club, card club, those kinds of things. Well, we have some really nice offers, a lot of stuff. So I'm going to move kind of quickly. Let me just remind you, and I'll have Kylie remind people too by putting the banner up. All of the things that I'm going to show you are available in my online business. That's JillShop.com. That's where you will find a retail website, just like you would go to Macy's or Pottery Barn or Wayfair or QVC or anywhere else to look at a website to find gift ideas. I have a business like that too. We have over 700 items, everything from jewelry to candles to decor to gardening items to food items to unique gifts. We have beauty. We have so many different things. So when we're done with our chat, if you want to just spend time perusing, do that. But what we try to feature in our live get-togethers is some of our featured items where I can do a little bit more explaining about the brands, the vendors, all of those kinds of things. And also, I think, give you a better understanding of why I brought these items into Just Jill. That has been my mission since we launched this business a couple of years ago. I really wanted there to be specialty items with cool stories, small local businesses when we could find them and find ways to work together. We've launched some products that have then gone on to make Oprah's favorite things, but they were on Just Jill first. So I think our assortment is pretty cool. So I'm going to jump around a little bit, and then if there's anything you want me to go back on or show more detail on, if I have the samples, I will. If I don't, let's jump over and I can do a shared screen and show you different things over on the justjillshop.com website. Sound good? Hopefully that's good. All right, drink of water. Where do we start? Okay, here's where I would like to start, because we haven't talked about these in a long time, and this was one of the gift items I was so proud to carry early on at Just Jill, and I feel like we haven't focused on them in a while, and it's still one of my most favorite gift items to give to people. I personally buy these from the shop and give them to my friends. I gave one to my very best friend, Emily. I love our grit and grace dishes. So if you've seen these before, maybe if you have them, please share what you thought when you received them at home. So what are these? Well, these are dishes that are made by a small business down in Charleston, South Carolina, where they actually go to the restaurants. Oysters are a big thing down there in Charleston. And so they go down and they actually will get all of these oyster shells from restaurants. They clean them up. They gild them in this hand painted, gold. And then on the inside of the shells, they do this beautiful decoupage. And they even put a little flat piece there so it will sit nicely on a table. They become these really lovely, like what I call sort of this object d'art, right? They're just beautiful. They're a simple little touch on a coffee table. They're a beautiful little dish when you take out your pearl or diamond earrings at night. Maybe you take your rings off when you wash your hands in your kitchen. And there's so many different themes. So I'm going to show you a few, but then I'll jump over to the Grit and Grace page on justjillshop.com so you can see. And we have some new ornaments from them I want to show you too. But just so you can see, so this one is called the hibiscus. Just absolutely beautiful and vibrant. This one I love with the bumblebees. Look how cute that is. I mean, just so sweet. Here's some really beautiful different flowers. This is has this kind of vintage, almost like Rachel Ashwell shabby chic kind of toile look, right? Really pretty blue. And then here's one with a little bit more of a vibrant blue as a symbol of welcome. This is in the Love Letter to Charleston collection. Here's that beautiful pineapple. Again, a beautiful symbol of welcome. So, as a housewarming gift, wouldn't that be so pretty? As a hostess gift, they're so lovely. People often ask, do they come boxed? Yes, they will come in this grit and grace box. So, it's a really nice presentation. Yes, you can do ship to them. You can do ship to, Mariana, with any product at Just Joe. So it's always an option. Just make sure you put where you want it shipped to when you check out in the shipping address. Make sure it's not defaulting to you if you're a regular customer, and then you are the billing address. But yes, you can do bill to ship to with these all day long. The new addition to these. Oh, wait. Before we do that, I'm gonna do a shared screen really quick. You all know how I love to do this. Let me just call up Grit and Grace really quickly so that we can have it like ready to go. We're so fancy. Okay, so let me just do this real quickly. I'm going to do a shared screen just briefly. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but I just want you to see. Here we go. Hi. So here's our whole Grit and Grace collection. So I just want you to see all of the different options. This one here that I'm circling, very popular. Look at all of the 5-star reviews. These are great for people that you know that have houses at the shore, live in coastal areas. And by the way, when you click on a lot of these, there are more options than what you're just seeing in the first picture. So like on this one, there's the turtle, my personal favorite, the speckled crab, there's a nautilus shell, which I think is gorgeous. That looks so fancy. And then I also love this beautiful like branch coral too. So pretty. In addition to that, let me go back one. If we come down here, some of these are done by famous artists. So this is Jonathan Green, where he's done these really lovely different profiles of women. Beautiful. Just I love the detail on these. And again, maybe not your taste. That's okay. We have many to choose from. There are dozens and dozens from Grit and Grace. Here's that hibiscus that I showed you, but I want you to see that part of this collection also has that pretty banana leaf. I love the peacock feather. I think that's so pretty. Here's the bee love that we showed you. And then here's, if I had to tell you like my most favorite one of all of the Grit and Grace dishes, this one's my favorite. I don't know why. I just love the lemon. I just think the lemon is adorable. It's happy. It's sunny. It makes me smile. I would love to see it in a kitchen. I'd love to see that every morning when I wake up. I just love it. Here's Bloom. I showed you that one. We have this pretty butterfly. Here's Tea Revelry, which is that shabby chic look. And here's a different style of a peacock. So there's many, many, many different styles to choose from. Just make sure if you see some of these, you click on it, and that's where you'll see the other patterns. Not all of the patterns are featured in individual images. Okay. All right. So let me do this. I'm going to stop sharing. All right. Phyllis said, my daughter saw mine when it arrived and said I could give it to her for Christmas. Okay. Yeah. They're good that way. They're beautiful. So brand new from Grit and Grace this year, they came out with these beautiful ornaments. Oh my gosh, I love these so much. So what they did was they took the twine, they have some wooden beads, they have this pretty frosted sea glass bead, and then hanging down, look at the ornament. These are $36. So the dishes are 40. One more note about the dish. As you can see, they're different sizes, okay? Every one will be unique. Some of the ones that have hand painting might look a little bit different than the image that you see in our photographs because everyone is done by hand. So please know that if you're the kind of person that you see that one of that image of that picture that's on my website and that's the one you have to have, maybe this isn't the right item for you because it's possible that the one that you get might be a little smaller, that the way that they did the colors isn't quite as thick or quite as thin. So you have to appreciate the uniqueness of these, I think, to share them and use them as a gift. That said, back to our ornaments. So this cardinal one, I mean, you all know why I love it. And they did these in this kind of soft, muted wash, which I think is lovely. But there you can see the cardinal on the branch with the holly and the berries. In addition to that, there's just this really pretty sprig of the holly with the bow. Isn't that gorgeous? Again, all gold all the way around. And then you have the same beads. So all I did was just sort of like push them there, and then you can hang it up. Love. Love you so much. Then they did a couple fun, like, coastal, because again, they're down in Charleston, so they're around the water and all these wonderful things. So look how pretty this one here is with like a palm tree all wrapped up in lights. Actually, it's not a palm tree, it's an anchor, but it looks like a palm tree. See how it's an anchor and it has all of the Christmas lights wrapped around it with the sprigs of green. And then last but not least, there's this one with the bird. I was trying to think, is it a sandpiper or is it a seagull? What do you think, Kylie? Sandpiper? With the legs, right. And then you have the red little hat and the water. So these are $36. Remember, everything on my site, shipping and handling is included. So again, you don't have another, $10, $12, $15.95, whatever it is, shipping. That's all. It's all included in your price. Jan, I know the cardinal. Can we just look at that one again? It's such a good one. It's just beautiful. So maybe you've seen the dishes and you're like, oh, I think those are so pretty, but I don't know if I would ever use it, but I love the idea of it. So let's add a new beautiful ornament to your tree from Just Jill and Grit and Grace. And one other thing, I don't have any samples to show you, but do take a look at the Grit and Grace jewelry, because Rachel, the owner of Grit and Grace, she has some kind of unique pieces of jewelry in her assortment. And again, we don't talk about them that much, but they might be exactly what you're looking for. There's a really pretty little shell with a pearl. There's some pretty sea glass pieces. She has her pearl, what she calls her bug bracelet, that can be wrapped around, to look all chunky and layered, but you can wear it as a lariat necklace. So there's some nice pieces there too. So Grit and Grace, definitely a great gift brand for you to check out over at Just Jill. Next gift brand. It's been a favorite for so many of you for so many years, myself included. Let's talk about soap rocks, because we're going to do a special tonight that with any soap purchase from our soap rocks collection, you can get this cute Santa either soap dish, or it can be a spoon rest for $5. So all you have to do with any of our soap rocks, add this to your cart and they'll take the discount. It'll be $5. So cute. It's made out of mango wood. And again, this is you just hand wash this to wash it off. Again, you can use it as a spoon rest, but we love it as a cute little just soap dish for your soap rocks, because so many of you ask about that. It is also the same artist that did our set of 3 Santa trays. Those, by the way, are still on sale for 10% off, so check those out. But I love this fun little idea of with any soap rocks purchase, $5 for this cute little dish. And then, if you get our set of 3 soap rocks, for one person, maybe you give them 1 soap with the soap dish, which could be a lot of fun. Speaking of soap rocks, our holiday soap rock set, our limited edition, we have a dozen sets left for the rest of the year. So this is always popular. These are the large 6-ounce size soap rocks. You get all 3 of these. This has been our most popular set. We've offered it every year since we've, brought soap rocks to you at Just Jill. You will get the beautiful red garnet. And Kelly, where's the bowl of water? Oh. I just want to do a quick dip of this. Can you just dip that in the water and rinse it off for me real quick? Do we have a towel too? It still has some lather on it from the last time I played with it. That was when you weren't here. I had to set it all up myself. And I was so capable. All right, it's okay if it's still wet. I like to show that it's kind of shiny. Yeah. So look how gorgeous. This is this beautiful red garnet, which has this lovely cranberry scent to it. If you don't know about soap rocks, these are made in the USA. They are made in Oneonta, New York, in this little studio that is led by this cool guy by the name of Todd Pink, who's become a good friend of mine over the years. Todd is genius, smart artist, but also a geologist. So he understands the way rocks form, but then he's got this creative side. And one day he was just like, what if I could make soap that looked like beautiful gems that came from the earth? And he figured out how. Vegetable based glycerin, um, a lot of organic ingredients here. You've got jojoba, aloe, calendula, comfrey. Again, nothing here that's going to strip the skin. Yes, you can use this to wash your face. Yes, you can use this to wash your body. When you lather this up, it is the creamiest, plushest lather, the best lather I've ever used from soap to shave under my arms and shave my legs. It doesn't parch your skin, and everybody who tries it seems to love it. They're great as hand soaps in your guest bathroom. They're wonderful beauty bars in your shower. Use them however you want, but you've never used soap like this. So again, this is your garnet. Then we did the green garnet, and that has this wonderful kind of light cucumber melon scent to it. And then finally, last but not least, is our gold in quartz, which is milk and honey. Oh, it smells so good. This milk and honey, Kimberly said, I love those soap rocks. They make my skin so soft. I know, they're so good because the ingredients are so good, right? Here's the thing. This milk and honey, one of the number one requests that so many of you have made has been, I wish you would offer the milk and honey by itself, because that one has become my favorite. That's the one I love. There's something very like, it's a little sweet, but a little nourishing. It's a lovely fragrance. And none of them are overpowering. I think for those of you who are sensitive to fragrance, please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think if you've tried the soap rocks, you know, these are not overwhelming scents. You are not going to be walking around smelling like you're a honey jar. It's very subtle, but lovely. So what we did was, because so many of you love the milk and honey, we did a brand new duo, which gives you the milk and honey soap and the milk and honey bath whip. So now you have this awesome gift set for somebody. And if you wanted to separate them, you could do that too. If you don't know about the bath whips are these, oh my gosh, smells so good. So it's like this creamy, it's like a bath cream, basically, that's cleansing for your body. So you really don't need to take a lot of it, maybe that much in the shower when you're wet, and you'll use this to really wash your whole body. You can use this in the bathtub too. It's so hydrating. It will not strip your skin. And sometimes that idea of a shower cream, the bath whip, makes it easier to do total body than spending the time doing it with a bar of soap, right? People love these as a gift, and they're really unique. Like, have you ever seen this anywhere else? I didn't think so. Shara said, my dad was a geologist. I gave him to these when he was alive. Oh, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I hope he loved them, right? He probably got a kick out of them. So here again, soap rock in the 6-ounce size, golden quartz that's milk and honey, paired it now in our first ever milk and honey gift duo with the bath whip. Great gift item. And check out these bath whips. We sell these in duos in different scents as well. They're usually a set of 2 for $40, so they're $20 a piece. People love them. If you've used the bath whips, share the stories, everybody. They're awesome. But I love this idea of the soap and the whip in the milk and honey together. And remember, with any soap rocks purchase, if you want to get a cute little soap dish, $5 with any soap rocks purchase, look how cute your milk and honey golden quartz is going to be on top of that. Okay. All right. So there's your soap rock story. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. So cute. Okay. Now, moving on. Moving on. All right, let's talk about another small business that we discovered earlier this year. Located in Pontiac, Michigan, let me introduce you to Epiphany Glass. So again, we love finding these small businesses, these creative women. This is a woman-owned business. April Wagner is a renowned glass blower. She's always been very talented in the arts. She originally went to school thinking she would go into ceramics, and the first time she did a glass blowing class, she realized, I never want to touch clay again. This is the medium I want to work with. Her Pontiac, Michigan glass blowing studio is the largest of its kind in the state of Michigan. It's over 4,000 square feet. and it's been in business now for over 30 years. April, to work with someone like April is incredible, and her team, they are people who just love to be creative. So we have this wonderful curated assortment of blown glass pieces that turn into the most beautiful gifts. So where are my cat lovers? Okay, any cat lovers out there? Oh my gosh, you're going to go crazy. Or who on your list, or how about for your vet, even if you have a dog, right? Would your vet love this cute little blown glass paperweight that looks like a cat all curled up? And we have it for you in a couple of different colors. I just want you to see to the bottom, you'll always have that wonderful Epiphany Studio heart that they press in there. But look how adorable this curled up little cat is. So we have it for you in this beautiful kind of golden color. We have it in more of a calico color. Look at that. We have it, I love this one, which is the black cat, but look how it has that kind of bronze sparkle going through it. I love the little ears, just adorable. So again, these will come to you from Epiphany Glass in Pontiac, Michigan. They make such nice little gifts. Even this is the kind of thing I just have to think about when I was a little girl. Like I loved like little ceramic things of animals or little glass animals. Like, like you would go to little stores and they'd have the little dogs, the little cats. Well, my mom does not like clutter. She's very simple. She's very minimalistic. So those were not the kind of things that she would ever buy for me as a gift. But when I got them as a birthday gift, from somebody, or, whatever the case might be, if I had a little bit of money because I did some chores and I could, buy something at the gift shop, like those are the things I would love. So I bring that up because I was thinking, like, do you have a granddaughter who loves animals and is a little hard to buy for? Like, she's sort of outgrown the toys, but she's not kind of ready for maybe the nicer jewelry items and stuff left, like in that tween stage. It's so hard. They want to grow up, but they want to stay a kid. So, like, wouldn't this be so cute, especially if that daughter, granddaughter, niece, goddaughter absolutely loved animals? Janice said, me, cats and dogs. I know. So pick your favorite. They're all adorable. The calico, I know, Jeanette, I'll show that one again. But I think they're just how creative, right? Like, oh, I just admire people who are so creative with these different mediums. Isabel says, I have the calico. So cute. I love it. I got it because it reminded me of my tortoiseshell kitty, Hermione. Oh, I love that. Hermione. That's awesome. So great, right? So maybe it is, it could be in remembrance, but I just think those are adorable. Now, if you're not a cat person, okay, or that kind of an animal person, do you like birds? We have some beautiful blown glass birds. Aren't these so pretty as a little touch and a little gift? And I meant to go run upstairs before I started to bring this down, because there's something about having this sort of glass animal that's small, quiet, can sit on your dresser. Maybe it's on the ledge where you get ready in the morning. Maybe it's on the ledge where, your kitchen window. So as you're looking out in the morning and washing your dishes or getting your coffee, you see it. It's just one of those things that when you look at, it just makes you happy and makes you smile. And I have a little crystal frog that just sits quietly on one of my dressers upstairs. It actually belonged to my best friend Emily's mom. I always called her Mrs. Miles up and until throughout my adulthood. At one point she said, Jill, you're 50 now. You can call me Karen. And I said, that's okay, Mrs. Miles. Like, I can't imagine calling her anything but Mrs. Miles. But I remember when Mr. Miles gave Mrs. Miles this beautiful crystal frog. I think it's Steuben glass or kind of one of those, fancier brands. And it was an anniversary gift, I think, because Mrs. Miles had just the most beautiful taste and had all of these very elegant touches around her home. Like you saw something sitting on a little table, like you knew it was very nice. Well, when she started to downsize her life, and Emily moved her from California out to Boston, and was packing up things. Emily and I got together and we were going to a Sting concert together, and she had this gift for me. And I opened up the box and it was this frog. And I was like, what, why are you giving this to me? And she said, I mean, it just chokes me up. She said, because as a kid, you always loved it. And she's like, it would make my mom so happy to know that you have it. And so it means everything to me. And Mrs. Miles passed away last month. And let me tell you, like, I've held that frog a lot, remembering her. And, she was one of my mom's dearest friends. I mean, we have so many wonderful memories of our families together. And gosh, I think about that every time I see this little crystal frog. That's all to say that this could be that item for somebody that's special in your life. I look at the bluebird and I think about, like the bluebird that, landed on Snow White's hand, or, there was a movie way back when, an old fashioned movie, I think called The Bluebird with Shirley Temple. Do any of you remember that? But there's something about seeing a bluebird that's happiness and, makes you smile. And again, to have this be something that's created here in the USA from a small woman owned business, from all these wonderful creative people, I just think that that's really special. So check out our bird collection. In fact, let me just show you real quickly. Do y'all mind if I share one more time? Let me just find it on our website, because the birds come in a couple of other options. So let me show that to you real quickly. Just easier for me to do it this way, if that's okay. Share my screen. Here we go. All right. So here's our Epiphany Studios page. Here's those cats. And then we have this beautiful cardinal glass paperweight in the red. And then we have our wonderful bluebird paperweight here that I was just showing you. And a nice review on that one too. Let me show you what I do have in person, and I want to show you this item, which is our Circle of Life paperweight. And look at that, all 5-star reviews. And I have a couple of colors here to show you. I don't have all of them, but here's what you can see. This one's the aqua. Here's the emerald green. Love that. Any of you who have Irish ancestry, perfect for you. Or maybe it's for somebody who's born in May. Here's the beautiful orange, that wonderful pop of color. Here's a pretty royal blue. Here's the ruby. I'm going to show you that one. And then also we have it in the violet. And they're just, aren't they pretty? I just think they are. So, and everyone is going to be different, which I also think is really, really cool. So here they are. You can see the size of them there. And when you look at them, like, they're just all swirled so beautifully. So again, who is that person on your list that has everything? Who is the person on your list who always wants to go to a museum, or always loves to go to a craft show, or maybe is very creative themselves? Here is a gift that is one of a kind, made in the USA, will be so pretty, yes, on a desk as a paperweight, but also pretty with some flameless candles around it, up on a mantle, or in a bookshelf, or just on a side coffee table. They're so pretty to look at. And as you can see, just beautiful clarity in the glass, beautiful in the way that it's all been swirled around. And then here is the purple one. We call it violet. So you can kind of see what that one looks like too. And there's like cool optical illusions with them too, which I think are really neat. So another fun little gift idea from Epiphany Glass. Check out that collection, whether it's the cats, whether it's the Circle of Life. We also have some beautiful heart paperweights too that are quite lovely. So that's another really, it kind of has a little bit of like a drape, almost like a cowl neck, or a drape front on a top, the way that it's kind of crimped there, but very, very pretty. What a wonderful, beautiful way to say I love you to somebody. So that is another option for you from Epiphany Glass. Okay, how are we doing so far? Everybody doing okay? Haven't been able to really look at a lot of the comments, but thank you. I'm just trying to read through them as best I can. Okay, Amy said we need to see the frog. I'll bring it next time. I will for sure. It's little. I mean, it's this big, but Boy, I mean, I just can see it in their house like it was yesterday. You know? They had a couch here, they had this pretty glass table, and it sat right there. Like there was some pretty books, there was like a little maybe a tray or something, and there was that little frog. Just beautiful. All right, how about we talk about Polish pottery for a second, and then I'm going to talk about, we have a special offer with our candles, and then I'll jump into jewelry. All right, and a quick mention about my grandma's coffee cake. Let me just do that real quickly. There's an update there. So last night we told you that we are doing our final sale of my grandma's coffee cakes for the year. $44. They're normally 49. That includes your shipping and handling. It's the large 3.1 pound cake. You can easily get about 24 slices out of that bad boy. Yes, you can put it in the freezer. If you thaw it, yes, you can refreeze it. I often will cut it into quarters and then bring out a quarter at a time. If you're going to be keeping it for yourself, yes, you can do a bill to ship to. All of the flavors are available. That includes your cinnamon walnut, blueberry, apple, Granny Smith apple walnut, chocolate chip walnut, pineapple coconut, cranberry, blueberry, patriotic, cranberry walnut available. So you can find them all over on the website. When I talked about it last night, I said this sale price is good through the end of the week. We talked to my grandmas today. They are already, because there's a shorter amount of time between Thanksgiving and Christmas, they are already getting slammed, and they're worried about backup to be able to get all the cakes out in time for Christmas. So our sale at the $44 price point to guarantee it by Christmas ends tomorrow. So if you were thinking about it and thought you had till the end of the week, make sure that you're getting yours now while it's on sale. That's not to say that they're not still going to be available on the site, but they're going to be more expensive. And if you get it now, we know you'll get it in time for Christmas gift giving. At some point, we're going to have to do a cutoff, and we won't be able to guarantee them anymore, but we can right now. But they're already backing up their delivery times, because so many people are now like jumping on all of those bill to ship to orders. So if you want my grandma's, Kylie very nicely cut me a nice piece. And there's actually two. She gets one too. So this one is the chocolate chip walnut. So you've got the chocolate chips through the center. You've got chocolate chips and the walnuts. The my grandma's difference, of course, is just their beautiful, delicious, tender cake, which uses, bourbon vanilla from Madagascar, real cultured sour cream, no trans fats here, no preservatives, just tender, delicious. One of the best food products out there, in my opinion. They're awesome. I never not have them in our freezer. We have some friends coming in this weekend. This is what I always have ready to pull out. So if they're spending the night, the next morning before people leave and hit the road, let's have a piece of coffee cake and a cup of coffee and, visit for a little bit. It's great for dessert. Pumpkin spice is another wonderful flavor that doesn't have nuts in it. The classic is the cinnamon and the cinnamon walnut. If you've never tried them, I would start there. Blueberry is one of my personal favorites because I like a blueberry coffee cake. But they're all great. You can't go wrong with any of them. So grab your my grandma's. That sale doesn't end Friday now. It's going to have to end tomorrow in order for us to make sure that it will be guaranteed to you in time for Christmas sending, gifting, serving, whatever the case might be. Okay. Ordered 3 my grandmas today for gifts. They're the best gift. The best. And great to send to adults. Your adult kids. What are you going to get them? Send them coffee cake. You want to send something to, have it sent to you and you want to take it to a party. Take the pressure off yourself sometimes. Listen to me. You do not have to make everything from scratch. It's okay. Let my grandmas do the work for you. It's delicious. It's easy. I just bought you a couple of hours of time back to your life where you can go do other things. All right. Are they moist? Oh my gosh. Are they moist? Look at that. That's not dry and crumbly. Look how I can smush it. Yes, they're so moist. So delicious. They're the best. If you've never tried them, Stacy, go read the reviews on justjillshop.com because people love them. We love them. I love them. Okay. Polish pottery. All of our Polish pottery is 10% off right now. We use the Rolls Royce of factories in Bolesławiec, Poland. These are all hand painted. We have a lot of different designs to show you. This is another one where I might go back over to justjillshop.com quickly, but our little mini cheese ladies, we have some of these back in stock. Okay. What can you use this for? Again, you get the little plate and you get the little cheese lady. What can you use it for? If you have a little extra pat of butter, put it underneath the bowl. If you have a little bit of like a brie cheese or something, yes, you can put it underneath there too. You can use this for, just anything that you have a little dab of something left, use it with your cheese lady. The larger size cheese ladies are what we're known for, sort of being like a cheese seller. But people love the small size of these because they're just so cute. And then look at all the detail. That is all painted by hand using sponges from the Baltic Sea that have been cut into the shape of flowers and leaves, and they hand apply them all the way around. Look at the detail. These are dishwasher safe, microwave safe, they're oven safe, they're refrigerator safe. So from something small, just like a cute little touch to put into your kitchen, to something gorgeous, like look at the reindeer on our beautiful fluted bowl. So you could bake something in here if you wanted to. You could reheat something in here. You could do a small roasted chicken in here if you wanted to. You can use this as a serving bowl for side dishes and salads. I mean, this is all glazed at high temperature. It has a wonderful weight. It is all hand painted. Look at the detail. Outside, inside. And we use the Rolls Royce of factories in Poland for these pieces. These are unicat. So for those of you who are collectors, this is unicat, which is really a designation for a higher level of difficulty in terms of the painting as well as the experience of the artist. So we have some pieces that have a little bit of a holiday theme to them. I love this one too. Look at this, is a little bit smaller dish. Look at the angels on the inside going all the way around. But then look at all the colors. There's light blue, there's coral, there's green, there's yellows, there's blues. There's like this chain link pattern. Oh, on the outside too, going all the way around. The light blue is like clouds in the background. So really, really beautiful detail on all of these pieces. And the one that so many of you seem to jump on when we have them in stock, because I know, first of all, I'm sure there will be some of you who say, gosh, it's expensive. It is. Not gonna candy coat that at all. These are investment pieces. But I can tell you, I have pieces of Polish pottery that are almost 30 years old. I have a couple of serving bowls that I use at least once a week. They're in the dishwasher all the time, and they look just as beautiful today as they did when I first received them. They're durable, they're gorgeous, they make such a pretty table. And I love the eclecticness of having different patterns, which is why I wanted to show you some of our plates. When we have us inventory on these 10.5-inch diameter dinner plates, you all go crazy. Notice it has a little bit of a bowl lip to it. Lynn says, I use my Polish pottery daily. I love each one. So there's a little bit of a lip here. So if you have something with sauce or something, it's going to stay in here. But we have this particular plate in about 7 different patterns. So if you wanted to start creating that assortment of dinner plates of Polish pottery in different designs, or you wanted to get a few in the same design, run, don't walk. I'll call up what we have in a second. I do want to point out too here, many people like to hang these. So these have actually been designed that if you wanted to use these to hang this way, you could do that as well. So that's what those little holes are, if you're wondering what they are. But there's not like there's holes here where it would leak. They just add those in case you wanted to use even what are they called? Like a plate hanger on the back. You can do that because of those 2 holes that are there. But look at the detail on that. I just want you to look at that's all been done by hand. Every single one of those touches was with a sponge to make sure it went in a perfect circle, and then more, and then look at the flowers, and then look at the design. They're just fantastic. So these plates, we have dozens of designs to choose from, maybe not dozens, about a dozen different designs to choose from, and we have some quantity to give you multiples of the same one. It is an investment, but it's all 10% off right now. And again, dishwasher safe. Don't worry about it. They will hold up beautifully. Oven safe to 500 degrees. If you wanted to put this underneath the broiler to get a melty cheese, you could do that no problem. You can put it in the microwave. So again, quality, artistry, and beautiful craftsmanship. Okay, worth every penny. Worth every penny. I love Polish stoneware. And let me just show you real quickly. I'm going to do another shared screen here, everybody, because I just want you to see how much we have in our assortment. So here's this. So many things to click. Okay, here we go. So take a look here. So here's this pretty heart-shaped dish. Here's a beautiful butter dish. I mean, you'll have that for the rest of your life. If you don't use it for butter sticks, it's great for cream cheese bricks too. Look at the pretty salt and pepper shaker. Here's like, like this is major. Yes, it's $399. I get it. It's a huge, oversized platter. Look at the artistry on that. That takes hours and hours and hours to create. We have cookie dishes. We have these beautiful crosses, which could be a very nice gift, a housewarming gift. Here's the reindeer bowl that I showed you. Here's the small little mini cheese lady. I actually bought my best friend Emily a utensil holder very similar to this. I found it at a shop somewhere else, not from us. But I love the idea of the utensil holder. I think it's so practical and so pretty. We have a berry colander. We have vases. I mean, so there are all kinds of designs. And then let me just show you that with the plates that I was holding up, they are right here. Here's all the different patterns. So we even named the artist because some of you like to collect specific artists. So this one is called Flowers. Here's the Blue Roses by Teresa. That is beautiful. Here's a blue and green floral. Here's this multicolor piece that almost has a little bit more earth tones to it. Here's a piece that has a beautiful center flower. Here's this beautiful piece that we just call florals. And then this one has more browns in it, which I think that's also just beautiful. So whether you collect multiples of the same, or you're like, okay, I've always wanted to have a set of 8 Polish pottery dinner plates. I'm going to try to buy one of each of those, especially with the 10% off. And remember, like those pieces are heavy. Your shipping and handling is included. So it's just another way for us to give you those beautiful things. Okay. All right, that's Polish pottery. Candles. All right, so if you've never tried our candles at Just Jill, now is a great time to do so, and they are a wonderful gift. We, in the 3.5 years, we have been bringing you our candle collection. They were one of the first things that we debuted at Just Jill. Excuse me while I have a bite of coffee cake. We hardly ever do sales on our pieces. Here's the thing. Many of you have loved the diffusers. Sadly, candlemaker Ed has informed me he can no longer do the diffusers. So the diffusers that we do have left, the bottles that he has left, he's willing to make up some fresh batches of the oils to put in the fragrances. But when they're gone, they're gone. That means that our Just Jill diffusers are now on sale. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kylie. $28? Can you check? And we have them in 3 cents. $28 for the diffuser. Here's the thing, everybody. This diffuser I've had for almost 2 years. And I flip these regularly. You're going to get 8 of the bamboo reeds. This is not something that is going to fragrance your whole house. Okay. This is designed to fragrance an area where you're going to be sitting and enjoying. I have one right behind our sofa on a sofa table in our family room. And every time I plop down in that chair, I get this subtle little whiff of Christmas tree, which is the one we have there right now. Oh, they're so great. To get maximum fragrance, you're going to just flip these once a week. Okay. Flip them once a week. And the fragrance that's on the reeds breezes in your house when you walk by. Oh, you're gonna be able to enjoy it. I have the diffusers in 3 fragrances, and they happen to be 3 of our best sellers. We have it in the pumpkin pie. Yes, you want it. We have it in cozy winter cabin. Run, don't walk. We have it in Christmas tree. Yes, because I'm gonna guess that a lot of you have artificial Christmas trees and you miss that pine fragrance. So get our Christmas tree diffuser, put that near the same room where your Christmas tree is, and whenever you're near the tree, sitting there, reading a book, it's over in the corner, you're gonna get that little whiff of fragrance. Again, let's be clear. This is not like a candle that is throwing big fragrance. This is a subtle way to enjoy fragrance in a small space. That's why a lot of people like these in powder rooms, because again, it's just for a small area or where you might be sitting frequently. So maybe if you always sit in the same spot or you have a favorite, lazy boy recliner or comfy chair, put this on a table near there and you'll just get subtle wafts. Our fragrances are natural essential oils. These are made in Southern California. These are not imports. These have not been sitting on shelves forever. Ed is going to make fresh batches of the diffuser mixture for cozy winter, pumpkin pie, and Christmas tree. And when they're gone, they're gone. We're no longer going to be carrying the diffusers. $28 is a steal. This will last you at least a year if you're flipping it every week. I flip mine every few weeks, frankly, because sometimes I just forget about it. And I've had this for almost 2 years. It's not even half gone. Okay. Daniel said we need Candlemaker Ed to make a 5-gallon pumpkin spice candle, right? I'll tell him to go find a big, huge glass vase or something. All right. In addition to the diffusers, my favorite are gorgeous mason jar candles. These are 24 ounces, 160 hours of fragrance and candlelight. My favorite gift to give for the holidays because it's impressive, it's substantial. They are on sale. Buy more than one, take 10% off. We've never done that before. And these are our best sellers. If you're wondering about our fragrances, go read the reviews. Yes, pumpkin spice. Yes, cozy winter. Yes, Christmas tree. Yes, lemon pound cake. Yes, home fragrance in our beautiful mason jar. And you don't have to buy the same fragrance. So buy a couple. What makes our Just Jill candles special? Why are they all 5-star? Almost every scent we've done has incredible reviews. But our most popular are our home fragrance, our pumpkin spice, cozy winter cabin, you all can't get enough of it. Christmas tree, people love our Christmas tree. Lemon pound cake. Those are our top 5, I would say, if you don't know where to start. We use 100% soy sourced from farmers in the USA. These are made to order in Southern California. Cotton wicks, natural essential oils. Unlike other candles that are out there, very famous brands that smell great for the first few hours and then never smell good again, those are known as top-loaded candles. They load all the fragrance up top because when people are in the card stores or they get them at home, they're like, oh my gosh, it smells so good. Well, you burn through that top portion where they put the fragrance and the rest of it just becomes wax. It's not paraffin, which burns quickly. It's soy, which burns longer. It takes longer for the soy to melt. So you're enjoying 160 hours of fragrance and candlelight. And through this mercury glass jar, it just looks incredible. Jane said, your candles are the best. I won't buy anything else. Thanks for putting them on sale. Oh, thank you, Jane. Here's a key too. Do you see our wick is kind of extra long? So when you get this at home, I want you to cut this down to about 1/4 of an inch. The first time you burn it, make sure you're home for a couple hours, all right? You want to burn this so that the entire surface, edge to edge, is completely liquefied. Because when you do that, when you blow it out and let it cool, by the way, you can use this to snuff out the candle too. When it cools, it's going to cool evenly across. If you blow out the candle before it melts completely across, what happens is a ring forms. Have you had that happen before? Right? That's a tunnel that will only melt that far for the rest of the life of the candle. And the bummer there is there's still a lot of wax on that outer ring that holds fragrance that you want to have melt so that it can throw the fragrance in your space. So give it the time to do a really good melt across the entire surface the first time. And from that point on, all of your melts will be fragrant and beautiful. One of the best gifts I can recommend. I mean, I love a candle as a gift anyway. Um, but our candles, I think you'll find, are special. Many of you who have issues with fragrance have told us that these are the only candles you can use in your home because we're not using artificial fragrances, because our candles were not made last year and are sitting in a warehouse somewhere. You know, they didn't sit on a ship for 3 months coming overseas. Our candle maker, Ed, a friend of mine for many, many years, he makes them to order for you. So they're fresh made, the best fragrances. These are custom blends for us. Our Christmas tree is our blend for Christmas tree. For these, Kimberly, yes, these scents fill the room. And I would also say, like, to amplify that, if the mason jar isn't how you want to go, if you're intimidated because it's bigger, then Kimberly, if you've never tried anything from us before, I would say do one of our smaller candles with the room spray. That's maximum fragrance. If you're somebody who's like, okay, I really want my whole house to smell this way, you want to do a candle and a room spray. You can do a mason jar, and then do some of our room sprays too. But if you're new to us and you're like, that's a really big candle, I don't know if I want to commit, do one of our smaller candles that's matched with the matching room spray, and that will give you a really good scent experience. That duo is $49. And that candle will give you about 75 hours of fragrance and candlelight. And the room spray has 800 sprays. You really only need 2 to 3 to fill a room. Jan said, I have a serious candle addiction. I want to try your lemon pound cake. Oh, the lemon pound cake is so good. The lemon pound cake is so good. Jan, it's wonderful. And I love lemon pound cake. So here's something you might want to think about, everybody. What are you going to burn now for the rest of the holiday season? Okay. And then once you're ready to like put all the Christmas away and sort of reset your home, what fragrance do you want then? Lemon pound cake. That kind of clears the air. It's subtly sweet, with, again, that lemon note running through, can be fantastic. So buy more than one of our mason jar candles. They're great gifts. 160 hours minimum of fragrance and candlelight. But if you buy more than one, you get 10% off both of them. All right, let me rush real quickly because I see we're at 9 o'clock. I just want to tell you about some of the things we have on sale in our jewelry collections. The pieces that I have on tonight here, these are all by Satya, one of my favorite collections that we carry at Just Jill. I wear it often in my personal life when I want the look of gold. It's all 15% off. Prices in that collection start in the 40s, and they go all the way up to, I don't know, 160, 179. They come in a really nice little packaging pouch. 15% off all. It is an 18 karat gold over brass, beautiful details, wonderful spiritual meanings. Some gemstones. I love Satya because she does moonstone, labradorite. She does a lot of other gems too. There's some mini stretch bead bracelets. So check out the Satya collection. If you're somebody who loves real intricate detail on pieces, let me introduce you to Michael Michaud. Michael Michaud is another incredible artist and jewelry designer who loves to garden. and he actually took imprints of hydrangea petals and other things in his garden and created this beautiful, like, museum store collection of jewelry. His pieces are often done in bronze. He does these beautiful finishes on them. Look at the dimension there. Everything thing comes gift boxed, but Michael's collection is all very nature designed. Like, look at these pretty little stud earrings, these little forget-me-not violets. Aren't they pretty? Just a simple little stud. Everything will come gift boxed with the romance card. All Michael Michaud, 15% off. Here are some beautiful dogwood bloom earrings. I'm just grabbing things here to show you. Let's see what I have here. Oh, this is the strawberry necklace. I love the strawberry necklace. Oh, here's another favorite of mine. I've worn this one. Actually for a photo shoot I did recently. This is a really, really pretty, just little triple, and that's done with a pretty artist glass. And then they did the center. Isn't that pretty? Just very simple, very delicate, very unique, great for layering. This one's on more of like a hematite colored chain. I love this strawberry necklace. Oh my gosh, I wear this in the summertime a lot. It's so cute. Look at the strawberry. And it just glows, and then it's capped perfectly. So beautiful pieces, fun, different. Michael Michaud, Michaud. It's all 15% off. Danny Neufeld. We love our pieces from Danny. Danny's doing some really beautiful things right now with cubic zirconia. And so I love this bracelet. These are pear-shaped stones. It's adjustable from 7 to 8 inches with sterling silver. All of Danny's jewelry is all nickel-free. He did some really pretty stud earrings here that have like that mill grain texture. Just a simple little stud. See how pretty, like, our little grit and grace dishes for just your little pieces of jewelry. These are gorgeous for holiday. Look at the star and then the sparkly stone down below. And then, of course, Danny has Roman glass and other beautiful sort of artisan looks in sterling silver. Those pieces are made in Israel. We also have quite a few of our My Saint, My Hero pieces on sale. This Sisters of the Heart bracelet is one of our best sellers. This one uses the mother of pearl with the silver. This one does hematite with the gold. Here's one that's hematite with the silver. And the expression behind this one with My Saint, My Hero is the following. You are my rock. You see me, you know me, and you lift me up. You are my prayer warrior, my greatest cheerleader, and my honest confidant. You make me a better person by inspiring me and celebrating the small and big events of life. You believe in me. You see the light of God within me, and you encourage me to share that light with the world. I thank God for you in my life. You are more than a friend. We are sisters of the heart. We are sisters in Christ. Wear this bracelet and know that you are always part of my heart. So these are always really popular. And a lot of our My Saint, My Hero pieces, we have our miraculous Mother Mary bracelet, which is beautiful. Mary, these bracelets are adjustable, so you don't have to worry about sizing. Let me just show you real quickly here, if I can open one. If you've never seen these before, so they'll come on this card. Let me just pull this out. Oh, these have such a nice weight to them. Look how pretty that is. So what you're going to do to put these on, see how this is just hanging there? There's 2 beads right there. You're going to take your hand and you're going to hold one of the beads in place while you pull the other one. And then you sort of can cinch it down to whatever size, let's get this twisted right here, you need it to be. I have it cinched all the way. I usually wear a 6 3/4 to a 7-inch bracelet. So that's how it fits me when it's cinched all the way. It's very cool. I love it, actually. If you need more room, you just give yourself more room. And then you can open it up, and that's how you take it off. A lot of times when people get these at home, it's going to be like this, and you're going to say, that is way too small for me. Remember, just hang on to it gently at each end and open it up. Hold one of the beads with your finger while you pull it with the other, and that's how you'll put it on. This does dangle down here. If that bugs you, this is not the jewelry line for you. Doesn't bug me. I mean, I've worn multiples of these. You know, I have several My Saint My Hero bracelets. Another favorite of mine happens to be this Wake Up and Pray. This has all been woven in Bosnia Herzegovina, where the women actually pray over the pieces as they're doing the weaving. So there's this incredible like energy. And this particular Wake Up and Pray is all about each of those stones. Offer God your day, your prayer, your works, your joy. Ask God for love, wisdom, peace, protection, and hope. So I love the message on those. So My Saint, My Hero, we have pearl bracelets. Another one that's really cool is this one's called Perfectly Imperfect. So you have the smooth faux pearls on one side, a little Maltese cross, and then these are actually little lava beads. So it's this idea of, sometimes we go through the rough times, sometimes life is smooth sailing, right? But it's just the circle of life. Like that's just what life is all about. So wonderful messaging in all of those. Some beautiful divine grace bracelets with crosses. So check out our assortment. A lot of the My Saint My Hero is on sale. So take advantage of that if you can. And then finally, if you need to clean your jewelry, maybe you know somebody who has incredible jewelry. You would never even think to buy them a piece of jewelry because you couldn't imagine what their taste might be or what it might cost you. So give them Shinery. This is a product. My friend Bree Fullerton started this company about the same time we started Just Jill. She got engaged. She noticed that she was always wanting her diamond ring to sparkle, but she was always taking it off when she was washing her hands. The jewelry cleaners were very harsh. They were harsh on her skin. So she came up with this jewelry wash that's gentle, naturally based. You can use it to wash your hands while your jewelry is on. So for a ring, obviously, it's going to clean it, but you can also use it to clean your earrings, your necklaces. It's more for gems. It does not take off tarnish, but it does remove a lot of the surfactants and oils that build up on your jewelry that attract the tarnish. We discovered Brie. We carried her for a year. And believe it or not, her second year in business is when Oprah discovered her, but we had her at Just Jill first. So I'm very proud of that. I knew a good thing and a good product when I saw it too. This kit from Brie I really like because it gives you a full-size bottle of your jewelry wash, and you get this wonderful little brush, which really lets you get in there and clean your gemstones, whatever you need to do. So really nice product. Shine your brightest with Shinery. Another great gift for that person that has everything. Phew, that was a lot. Other jewelry that's on sale. Did you know we carry Ross Simon's jewelry at Just Jill? Yeah, Ross Simon's has been in business for 70 years. We carry gold, gemstones, and sterling silver from them. It's all 15% off. So be sure to check that out too. Where do you find all these things? JustJillShop.com. That's my business. You're buying from us. And we are proud to offer you this wonderful curated assortment of wonderful gifts to hopefully cross off a few names on your holiday list this year. So whether it was home fragrance, the diffusers and candles, whether it was something unique like our Epiphany glass or Grit and Grace, don't forget about soap rocks and the opportunity to get that wonderful little Santa soap dish for $5 with any soap purchase. My Grandma's Coffee Cakes, our final sale of the year. It expires tomorrow. If you want the sale price and guaranteed in time for Christmas, you can use Bill to Ship to on anything that we've talked about and anything we carry at Just Jill. Polish pottery, all 10% off. So do some shopping there. And of course, our jewelry sale, which includes Danny Neufeld, all 15% off. Ross Simons, 15% off. Satya, Michael Michaud, 15% off both of those. My Saint My Hero, many sale prices there. Our Italian jewelry, if you want Bellissimo Bronzo pieces or our made in Italy silver and 18 karat gold clad, many of those pieces are on sale too. So quite a lot for you to look at. I hope you find some perfect gifts that make you smile because you're going to be proud to give them this holiday season. And we'll be back next week. We're going to have some new things for you in our food categories next week. We're going to be joined hopefully by Lolita with her beautiful holiday stemware. So we'll have that for you next week and much more. Just spend some time over at justjillshop.com. See what you find. And as always, shipping and handling is included. And more than anything, you're supporting a small business when you shop with us. We appreciate that so much. And it is true. Every time you buy from a small business like us, we do a happy dance when your order comes through. So thank you from the bottom of our heart for supporting us and for trusting us with your holiday gifts this season. Have a great night, everybody, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.